describes rising fear in Democratic Republic of Congo as Ebola cases spread and communities face another public health emergency. Why it matters. Outbreak speed, trust, and logistics matter more than panic. Official health agencies remain the key source. Story 3. Russia drills nuclear forces as Putin visits Beijing. Russia held large nuclear force drills while Putin arrived in Beijing with ministers and business leaders. Why it matters. The signal is geopolitical pressure, defense, diplomacy, energy, and China-Russia alignment in one frame. Story 4. East Jerusalem district faces expulsion claims. NPR reports activists say Israel is trying to expel a whole Palestinian district in East Jerusalem. Why it matters. Housing, courts, security, and identity collide here. Details need careful source checking. Story 5. U.S. 30-year yield hits highest since 2007. Long-dated U.S. Treasury yields jump to levels not seen since 2007 as inflation and Fed independence worries hit bonds. Why it matters. A high 30-year yield changes mortgages, tech valuations, government interest costs, and global risk appetite. Story 6. Nvidia outlook becomes AI dominance test. Reuters says Nvidia's upcoming outlook is a test of its strategy to hold AI chip dominance. Why it matters. The AI build-out runs through GPUs, data centers, power, cooling, and whether demand keeps outrunning supply. Story 7. Google I/O 2026 lands with Gemini and XR updates. Tech outlets tracked major Google I/O announcements across Gemini, Search, Android XR, and developer tools. Why it matters. The question is whether AI moves from DMOS into default workflows people actually use daily. Story 8. Apple previews new accessibility features. Apple announced accessibility updates and Apple Intelligence-linked features ahead of its next software cycle. Why it matters. Accessibility features often become mainstream interface patterns later. Story 9. Vega C launches European Chinese space weather satellite. A Vega C rocket launched a joint European Chinese space weather satellite to orbit. Why it matters. Space weather monitoring protects satellites, aviation, power grids, and communication systems. Story 10. New asteroid passes closer than the moon. NBC reported a newly discovered asteroid made a close pass inside the moon's distance. Why it matters. These close passes are normal, but they show why detection networks matter. That is the radar sweep. The big pattern this week is connected risk. Military decisions move oil, outbreaks move borders, bond yields move markets, chips move artificial intelligence, and space weather still touches the ground. Keep this live running while you work, and check primary sources before acting on urgent news.